Welcome back to Primetime Sports Sunday. Now, a massive blow to the industry is one promoter of local racing, Supreme Ventures Racing and Entertainment Limited, is labelling Saturday's abandonment of 2 races by the GRC stewards with losses more than $20 million due to a breach of the racing rules. Denise Waters reports.
Another day, another controversy at Caymanas Park. Speaking to Radio Jamaica Sports earlier today, Executive Chairman of Supreme Ventures Limited SVL, Gary Peart, says across the board, stakeholders were affected and the figure is said to surpass $25 million following the abandonment of race 1 and 6 on Saturday's 10-race program at Caymanas Park.
As a promoter, my loss is in excess of $25 million. Jockeys were not paid for 2 races because they're only paid when they ride. Trainers are going to bill owners. Grooms did not participate in purses. All the stakeholders suffered financially yesterday. I don't know if that's the case with the regulators and their employees. Ironically, one of the costs that we have had is that since this rule has come in, we have actually increased security because we have always feared that if a race was abandoned, this could happen, which we have been saying. And, we ended up having to provide security yesterday to the same people that arbitrarily enforce this rule.
Chairman of SVRL is Solomon Sharp.
It's a massive blow to the entire horse racing industry. You cancel 2 races, you deny a lot of stakeholders opportunities. Not just the trainer, owner, groom, breeders, jockeys, but the biggest stakeholder that we have is the punters, and they keep the handle going, and there's a churn. So when you turn these people off, it can be a good thing.
At the center of it all, the amendment to the GRC Rule 44, which concerns the starting time of races. That race can be abandoned by the race day stewards if the starter does not start the race within 5 minutes after the published post time.
When you look on a day like today and you say a lengthy steward inquiry, these things impact the time. When you look at the paddock report yesterday, 1 horse was given trouble to saddle, 1 horse had an issue in the back paddock where it flipped over and it needed to be examined by the vet. So when you deal with sports, any kind of sport, football, there's time added, so there has to be factors. These factors have to be considered when you're going to implement any rules.
But were there any consultations on the new rule with SVRL?
No, not with us. We were just told that there was conversation with stakeholders. We're still waiting to hear what those consultations were, what they said, etc. But certainly yesterday when the cancellations happened, some of the key stakeholders were very incensed, and I think they expressed same. It was a ill-advised rule, and yesterday was an unfortunate ill-advised implementation.
So, how did we get here? This is General Manager of the GRC, Richard Longmore, recently speaking to TVJ Sports at a stakeholders meeting.
I have already instructed to my team of stewards that whilst it is their intention to have nothing beyond the 5 minutes, we must understand that we're working with the racing promoter and we're operating in an environment where we're still in the growing stage. Our industry has not reached the maturity level. We don't have all the resources that we need to have of a first world country. So it's a work in progress, and we're going to get there because we're working together with all the parties. Stakeholders today, all the stakeholders are here, consultation, the racing promoter, us and the ministry.
Longmore also told the TVJ Sports a meeting will be held this Thursday, May 2, regarding this new rule, as well as the new whipping rules implemented. However, Sharp says SVRL is unaware of that meeting. The rule was gazetted in February and implemented on April 1. Denise Walters for TVJ Sports.